Hello guys, a lot of you ask me for what my settings are for my gameplay, a lot about my keyboard, so I'm gonna tell you everything I use for monitor, mouse, keyboard and Valorant settings. So I hope you guys enjoy it, and let's see what I'm using. For my monitor I'm using for how bright the monitor is in the NVIDIA settings is 50%, contrast is 50. I think those are the basics. I'm not using any difference, I think. So that's it for the NVIDIA settings. And I use like 70% yeah, 70% percentage for the monitor itself. So I'm using my button on and below the monitor here to use 70%. It's too bright with 100, so I'm using 70. I the Viper V3 Pro and I'm using the standard mode, and for performance I'm using 4000 Hz because my monitor is 144 Hz, and you can feel the difference between 8000 and 4000 Hz, and there is a big difference with the battery percentage, how long you will last in hours. So I'm using 4000 and I'm using 1600 dpi. I'm using the Attack Shark R3085 HE, and I can use I can use really fast settings, and I mostly use for walking and shift control 0.1, and that's because I don't want too fast movement. That's not helping me at all, and too slow isn't helping me at all. So just this one is just fast, really fast, but not the fastest I can, because I can go to 0.005, and that's, yeah, you know, a lot faster. I'm using rapid trigger on, I think, almost everything here. Yeah, I think on everything I use rapid trigger. That's around 1.6 or 1.1. That between those. Sometimes 1.05. Yeah, it's just for some keys. For the spacebar, I'm using 3mm because I want to press deep on my keyboard for the spacebar to jump, and not that I misclick it. And that's for the rest of the keys as well. I don't want to misclick something. That's happening a lot recently, so I'm trying to be, better with my controls. I've took some changes in my keyboard and Valorant settings, so that's why I'm sometimes misclicking in matches. But yeah, I'm using 8000 Hz. Yes, 8000 Hz. Nothing else. For those three, WASD. I'm using, I don't know what it is, but when you press W and you press the S, you go backwards, not forward. So it's the last key you pressed is the one where you're going to immediately. So you're not stopping this. When I'm using A and I'm using D, I'm going to the right. Not that I just pause and then go to the right. I'm immediately going to the right. So that's for me a lot faster. The only thing I'm using is purple highlights for the enemies, because I can see them a lot better than yellow or red for me. So I'm using purple because I can see them faster. you know, I recommend yellow for the most people, but my eyes are different, so I can see purple better, but you need to test it, like with a colorblind test or something like that. You can see it, what's the best for you. So I'm a Sentinel player and I play on high sense. I'm playing 1600 DPI with 0.215, and that's high sense, really high sense. But I can't just play on medium or low sense. I'm just too bad for that. So I'm playing on high sense, and that really works out for me. So I'm not doing anything else. I'm using this one forever now. For my scope sense is 0.9. Yeah, you know, I'm playing better with 0.9 than 1, so I'm using that. That's just the same. For my map, is it rotate? I want to rotate it with me, and I'm using a 1.2 size, so the biggest it can be, because I want to see a lot, and the zoom is 0.9 to zoom in so I can see everything. Yeah, I'm using my weapons on the left because I'm bad eye with light, so I'm using that because I can see it better. Those are my settings, you don't need to copy it. It's just I'm playing better with it. You know, I'm using with blood and no corpses because I don't like the bodies on the ground. I like the circles, and blood helps me to, if you want to spray through boxes and you don't know if there is someone there, you can see the blood, so you know there is someone there. For controls, I'm using the basic controls here and there. For equipment, I use 1, 2, 3 for the guns, and for plant I use the mouse button for the spike, so I can equip it faster and drop it to someone else. For equipment, I do most recently just for me, you know, better and know how to equip melee. For communication is V for my party, if I play with my duo or something else, someone else, my bad. And for my team, I'm using the mouse button, because that's faster for me, and that won't you know, give me bad movement if I need to use the V. That needs to be on my keyboard, so that isn't helping with my movement at all. So I'm not using that. So those ones are all the basic ones, nothing there. My Crosshair, I can copy I can place the code in the description here, but I'm using my own created Crosshair. I've started with the Crosshair of Nets from Team Liquid, but I don't like the green, so I've changed it, and yeah, I'm using the white, and you know, no fade Crosshair with firing error. I have used it a lot, but you know, I love it when it's not happening at all. And for my sniper scope, it's just a red with a 0.8 and 1. So I can I'm copying this one and I paste it in the descriptions. For the video settings, I'm using full screen, not windowed or windowed full screen, just full screen. And I'm using the basics for my monitor. I only have 144 Hz, so yeah, I need to upgrade that later on. I think at the end of this year I want to upgrade my monitor, but for now it's okay. So yeah, I'm using fill, not letterbox, just fill, and I'm using everything on you know, limit it on the basics, and except for the FPS, I can let you guys see I got around 1000 FPS if I don't limit it. So only limited it because my PC, you know, can afford to play on 1000, but you know, my monitor isn't a very good monitor, so I'm using a 300 because then my monitor is just not lagging at all or making any, you know, extra FPS. But I don't need it. 300 is enough, and I'm playing with it very well. And I'm using on plus boost for the extra performance. For the graphics quality, I'm using multi-threaded rendering on and everything on low, and this one and this one off, and this one off, and only the filtering I'm setting on 8 because then you can see the persons in corners a lot better. So that's why I'm putting it on, and those two for improved clarity. I'm setting on experimenting metal sharpening. I'm putting it on because I want to see a lot. Further, I'm using my client FPS with text only, and I'm using network RTT for only text only, and I'm shooting arrow with text only. Audio settings. I'm using our HRTF because you can hear everything, and I'm using stereo. That's the best you can do. This one are all the same, just my settings from mics, and you can put those on or off. Doesn't matter at all. I'm putting them off because I don't need them. That's it. Yeah, that's all my settings I use for the gameplay I'm making for you guys, and I hope you guys enjoy this, and if you got any questions, just ask me and I'll respond as fast as possible for you guys. So yeah, thank you for watching, and I hope you guys will be in the next video with the best clips there. Those are coming, like really good clips are coming, so just wait for that, and I hope you guys love this video. Bye bye.